Here. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, the back window might go. Watch out. Windows might go. Careful. We're good at just that. There we go. Okay.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mari. Thanks for tuning in to the Grand Solar Minimum channel. Despite Sunday's violent tornado in Lee County, Alabama being well forecast, it marked the deadliest twister in nearly 6 years. 23 people were killed. That's more tornado deaths in one day than have occurred nationwide in the past 2 years. On Sunday, SPC added a special mesoscale forecaster to its team, tasked to analyze the storm environment and pay particular attention to the attributes of individual storm cells that could produce tornadoes.
But the tornado that hit Lee County did the most significant damage. We are upgrading that to EF4. This is new information that I want to provide to you right now, hot off the presses. Estimated wind speed of 170 miles per hour. That's based on damage that we found not far from here on County Road 39. John DeBlock and his team is out there assessing that right now. Two other tornadoes that we're assessing, two other tornado tracks we're assessing right now. One is in Macon County. That's the one that moved from Macon into Lee County. Actually, the interesting thing about that track is it actually probably crossed the long track EF4 tornado in some spots. That one is going to be an EF1 most likely. We're also looking at damage in Barber County. We have not gotten to the worst damage, we don't think yet, near the Eufaula Airport. But so far we have gotten at least EF1 damage with that one in Barber County. Now I want to go back to a little bit, talk a little bit more about the one in Lee County. I walked the track here on Highway 11 earlier, and I estimated the path width at 0.87 miles, or almost a mile wide. So a monster tornado as it moved across the area.
Government survey teams have confirmed at least 34 tornadoes struck the southeast in a deadly weekend outbreak that devastated a rural community in Alabama. The National Weather Service says a violent storm system Sunday spawned at least 11 twisters in Alabama and 14 more across Georgia. 5 tornadoes have been confirmed in Florida and 4 more in South Carolina.
In terms of the watch warning process, we started doing briefings about the threat of tornadoes early Thursday morning. So well in advance, 72 hours in advance, we started talking about tornadoes. We raised the alarm bells along with our compadres at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. We upgraded to an enhanced risk of tornadoes and even mentioned the possibility of long track tornadoes in some of the outlooks on Saturday. And then the watches came out yesterday before lunchtime. I think 11 a.m. is when the watches came out. And we had tornado warnings for Lee County 8 to 10 minutes before the storms actually hit the Beauregard community.
The most powerful was an EF4 tornado blamed for killing 23 people in Beauregard, Alabama, as it traveled 70 miles, that's 112 kilometers, on a path that also left a trail of destruction in western Georgia.
We hadn't had any deaths. We've had 2 people that were injured, just right here down this line. And as y'all walk down there and take footage, you'll be able to see it was absolutely devastating. It was a wedge tornado, about 200 yards wide, about 1 mile long. They just completely come through and just wipe this whole community out, this part of the community out. We have no deaths, praise God, just 2 injuries, but our hearts go out for our sister city, Beauregard, as they are right now, I think, at the death toll of 23. And that's our hearts broke for them.
More than an hour before the EF4 tornado packing 170-mile winds dropped, the SPC warned that tornado genesis will likely occur within the next 30 to 60 minutes, with the possibility of a strong tornado occurring.
This is an example of a house here where, the wind starts to move in quickly, even right out ahead of the tornado, and it could start to pick up pretty rapidly, and it's not attached that well to the foundation, so we call it a slider home, where it just gets pushed off. And a lot of times we see it where it can get pushed off 40, 50, 60 yards, and sometimes the house can even get blown up and it can just get obliterated. Fortunately, in this case, it did not. I think the folks inside sort of rode it out.
President Donald Trump said he will travel to Alabama on Friday to visit the victims of this devastating tornado that killed 23 people.
I'd like to start by sending our love and prayers to the incredible people of Alabama. Incredible state, unbelievable people, and everyone affected by the catastrophic storms that struck the Gulf states yesterday. Towns, schools, churches, and homes were devastated by tornadoes of a force like we haven't seen in a long time. Historic. Our whole nation mourns for the more than 20 lives lost and for the heartbroken families they leave behind. I got reports on it this morning, and it was absolute devastation. It was just terrible. You look at the areas affected, and probably nobody made it out of that path. That path was brutal. To the community of Lee County, we grieve by your side, and we pledge our unwavering support to help you rebuild from the very depths of this horrible tragedy. This morning I spoke with Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, friend of mine, a tremendous governor, tremendous person, and I've directed FEMA to provide immediate assistance to the great state of Alabama. They're in there in full force, and whatever we can do, we're doing. They're already there. They got there last night. It's at times like this, it's more important than ever to be close with the ones we love and to cherish our friends and our family and to unite as one nation.
But I did hear data from the National Weather Service that the debris from this tornado was 20,000 feet in the sky. They picked up on satellite. And I don't know if you saw, they found a sign, a billboard from the highway over in Hamilton, Georgia. Lee County as a whole is hurting. And Lee County as a whole needs prayers as we try to rebuild. Literally, whole families were wiped out yesterday. And we lost a lot of homes, but we didn't lose life. We'll be able to rebuild. But some people, their family will never be the same.
We can replace all this, can get a new truck, we can get a building down the road. Thank you, Jesus, I'm still here. I pulled up in here to meet somebody to get their purse. I seen the trash swirling in the air across the hill over there, and I said, oh no, this ain't good. So before I could get my truck around this pole and in front of that store, the tower fell, the buck wild blew up, and then the store blew out onto my truck. Door wall blew out on the side of my truck. I opened my door and jumped out, and I said, no, that ain't very smart. So I jumped back in there, and in a minute the wind died down. It only lasted like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and it was all over. It was terrifying, to say the least. Yeah, I never seen 150-mile-an-hour wind blowing everything, blowing block buildings down. And yeah, the sound of the tornado sounded like a train coming. I'm a lucky man, yes, sir. In fact, that's my stage name, Lucky. I play in David McBride and the Raising Cane Band, yes, sir. I played Friday night. I did my last show in that building Friday night.
So a couple of things I'll mention, and I'll turn it over to, I don't want to take up all the time, but this was the deadliest tornado in the United States since the Moore, Oklahoma tornado in 2013, and also the first tornado fatality in the state of Alabama since November 30th, 2016. That was in North Alabama. And the first tornado fatality in Central Alabama, we got to go way back to March 3rd, 2012. So it's been a while. We've had a little bit of a severe weather tornado drought. So unfortunately, I hate to say we were a little bit due, but it is a tragedy anytime we lose any folks. And again, unfortunately, we lost quite a few folks yesterday.
It missed City Hall by a half mile. Behind me, you'll see Smith Station West. It's sustained substantial damage. Where we're standing at, there was two 12-ton units, air conditioners blown off into this cemetery. Right now, we got about 23 houses that are totally lost, and the school, we're not sure what it's going to cost to fix. We have a cell phone tower that's down, 2 businesses that are demolished. Other than that, I don't know of anything else.
Holy shit, there is a tornado. Good job, Eli. Holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. Holy cow. Y'all, we might get the ditch. Holy cow.
Oh, did you see the fire?
Yeah. Holy cow. Oh my God. Y'all. Oh my God. It's right there.
Just stay. It's clearing in the left, okay? Just stay put.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just see them.
Mom, come on. Oh my God. Oh God. Holy shit, there is a tornado. Good job, Eli. Holy cow, holy cow, holy cow. Holy cow. Y'all, we might get the ditch. Holy cow.
Oh, did you see the fire?
Yeah. Holy cow. Oh my God. Y'all. Oh my God. It's right there.
Just stay. It's clearing in the left, okay? Just stay put.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Just see them.
Mom, come on. Oh my God.
Our primary focus is assisting those who have lost their homes and certainly their loved ones, and concentrating on our search and rescue efforts.
So you see the areas around us where some of the houses, some of the mobile homes didn't fare as well. But I will say this: if you lose your home, if you have major damage, it's still a tragedy. Actually, here in this area, it wasn't quite the maximum. It was probably about EF2 to EF3, so somewhere probably around 125, 130 miles an hour. But it intensified shortly after this.
Authorities have released the names of 23 people, including 4 young children who were killed when the powerful tornado ripped through Lee County, Alabama, leaving the close-knit community in Beauregard in mourning. 4 children, ages 6, 8, 9, and 10, were among the 23 people who died. The oldest victim was 89-year-old Jimmy Lee Jones. 10 people killed were all members of a family united by marriage. Think about that. I can't even imagine losing 10 family members like that. It's just, you look at these pictures, it's absolutely devastating. And our hearts, and this GSM community, our hearts all go out to the victims of this horrific event.
I have not seen this type of level of destruction ever.
And this is the damage. I am in a bar, what was once a bar. You can see the back wall is completely gone. This building is barely standing. The roof is missing here. There is not a whole lot left here. I'm here with the owner, David McBride. Very lucky to be alive. He said he was here when the tornado came through. And David, what was that like?
It was terrifying. Yes, ma'am. I pulled up here. I was actually coming to get a friend's wife's purse out of that room that's gone. And as I pulled up in my truck, I seen the stuff swirling in the air, and I barely got in front of that store away from the direct wind before everything blew apart here.
And not a whole lot of your building left standing, but there is one thing, and you told me you believe this was a sign. If you look up here, there's a cross left. Getting a little bit emotional. I know this is tough. Tell me the significance of that, David.
So we hung that up there when we built the place. And we all stood around in here, and our preacher buddy blessed the place. And it's still up there. And I'm lucky to be here. It was terrible. Yesterday, it didn't really affect me like it did this morning. But it'll be all right. I'm lucky. There's 23 people died down the street, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm praying for them.
Forecasters say the tornado that slammed in Beauregard, Alabama, scraped the ground for 1 hour and 16 minutes as it tracked nearly 69 miles. That's 111 kilometers across Alabama and Georgia. That means the Sunday tornado traveled at an average speed of nearly 55 miles per hour. That's 89 kilometers per hour, a common speed for cars and trucks on many highways. Most tornadoes last 10 minutes. Think about that. Is anyone out there wondering why there's not much being said about this statistic? I find it odd. This large system was on the ground for an hour, and there's little footage of the rotation in the sky. If anyone out there has footage of the actual funnel clouds, please contact us. What do you think about this tornado touching the ground for 1 hour and 16 minutes? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts with us.
So I grabbed my dog and went and got in the closet, and I'm sitting there holding the door just in case, because it didn't close all the way. And a few minutes later, that's when I can hear all the wind and the house moving. And then next thing I know, I can smell pine, so I knew something was in the house.
On this side. Look at back that truck out. Is that a funnel cloud? They're saying that's a funnel cloud. Hey.
In 2018, the number of powerful tornadoes were down, and the number of tornado deaths was the lowest reported since record keeping began in 1875. Please join us tonight with Jake, live at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. If you like this video, please like and share on social media. We take a lot of time gathering the pictures, the video, the facts. You know, compiling it isn't easy. It's very time consuming. So if you like this video, please share it with others. I'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in to GSM. Take care and have a great day.